What up? It's your boy A9. Today we're gonna do something a little different. You know what I'm saying? Um, something I wanted to do. Something I just was like, let's talk about this. Give a little in-depth look at how I was able to save around 6K in COVID-19 2020. You know what I'm saying? In this time, Laroni. You know what I'm saying? Just just a breakdown of my mindset when it comes to money. Not really, or how I save and how I budget, and just so I can have just in case money. You know what I'm saying? And also money to build a stronger future for myself. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Twisted, because for some people 6K is a lot. For some people 6K isn't that much. But to save that much, you know what I'm saying? To save $6,000 is a lot different than making $6,000. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I made 6K this year. I'm saying that that's how much was saved out of what I actually made this year. You know what I'm saying? This is more for motivation, more for some people who want to save money, who want to learn how to invest, but are like, how do I put money to the side? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I can be able to start this. You know what I'm saying? You can get this from a lot of people. I just want to give my personal thoughts, or what I personally do to save my money and invest my money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I learned this method through just research and stuff like that. And when I learned this method, they said saving 5% of your income, saving 10% of your income is just for you to survive, but saving more is for you to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Or attempting to save more. I'm saying 10% is a minimum. People forget that. People are like, I save 10% of my income, and they end it like that. Like, no, it's supposed to be save at least 10%. It's not supposed to stop at 10%. If you could save more, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, that's fine. But if you can save more than 10%, do that. But what I'm about to explain, I feel like it can be good no matter the amount of income, because it all goes off of percentages. I like to do everything on percentages. So if my income increases, the amount of money I save increases. The percentage will be the same, but the money will increase. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like saving off of percentages instead of saving off of dollar amounts. Because like some people are like, I save $200 off every check. Yeah, but if you're making $2,000, then you only saving 10%. You know what I'm saying? Or if your check is if you get a check of $10,000 and you only save $200, now you're only saving 2%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put an amount. The percentage that you're saving varies depending on said amount. But if you have a specific percentage that you want to save, you know what I'm saying? Putting that to the side, or having that percentage in your head and saving that consistently, no matter how much money you make, it makes a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Because saving 10%, you have to make 10 paychecks to have one of your actual paychecks in your savings account. Saving 30 or 50%, it only takes 2 paychecks for you to have an entire paycheck in your savings account. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get on to what I want to do. But first, I like to let y'all tell y'all to like, share, subscribe for more content like this. If y'all enjoy content like this, if y'all enjoy my reviews, if y'all enjoy me just randomly rapping for no apparent reason, just enjoy me just being myself and just doing whatever comes to my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Tell your friends about me. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is just spread knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They say you can give a hungry man a fish and feed him for a day, or you could teach him how to fish and feed him for a lifetime. So I just want to give y'all the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there for people, but it's not out there for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I like to at least touch some people. You know what I'm saying? But number one, live below your means. Before you save anything, before you even start to invest, I feel like the most important thing is to have all your expenses as low as you can, and also to know exactly what your expenses are. Keep track. Find out how much you spend on bills. Find out how much you spend on groceries. Find out if you're spending too much money on something you don't really use like that, or spending too much money on something that you do use, but you can use it or you can get it for a cheaper price somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Find out how you can save money, as far as, because there's two ways people like to say save money. People like to say save money as in buying something cheaper than what I could have got it somewhere else, and then they save money as having actual physical money saved somewhere for something else. You know what I'm saying? So I would say find ways to save money before you save money. You know what I'm saying? So try to live below your means. Try and make sure you have you don't have an over expensive car. You're not living in an over expensive house. You're not buying over expensive food. Just make sure everything you spend money on is exactly how it's supposed to be, where you're living comfortably. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to live lavish, just live comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into what I do personally. The first thing I do as soon as I get paid is my 30-20-50 method, or my 20-30-50 method, or my 50-30-20 method, however you want it. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing I do, because the number one rule of finance is to pay yourself first. So the first thing I do before I pay a bill, before I give anybody any money I owe, which I rarely owe people money because I don't really, if I can't afford it at the moment, I'm not even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? But before I do anything like that, the first thing I do is I take 30% of my paycheck and I put it in my savings account that is strictly for investing, buying stocks, or paying for something to do with my t-shirt business, which link to my store is down below. Just 30% of that goes into that account for investing and stuff like that, stock investment, or maybe I want to get into buying a house one day. Just whatever I want to invest in, 30% goes to there. 20% of my check goes into my savings account, like my account for like actual savings. What I've been using that account for recently is more for paying down debt. I want to get debt out the way so I can have more free money to save and invest. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal by my birthday. My birthday is in September. So my goal is to have zero debt by my birthday. I feel like it's possible. I'm gonna have to kind of push it, but that's kind of where I want to go. But that's what 20% of my check goes right there. And then what I do is whatever's left over, the 50%, I go to and I get $120 cash. And I put that in my pocket. So technically I budget myself to $60 a week. I get paid bi-weekly. You know what I'm saying? $120 cash. That's what I use to pay for my snacks, pay for gas, pay for, food, dinner, stuff like that. I budget myself $60 every single week. The only way I will use my debit card or my credit card is for bills, or say there's like an expense that exceeds my $120 that I have cash, but it's a necessary expense. I'll use my credit card. And also I have cash back card. I have two credit cards. One is a cash back card I just swipe it for like gas, so I can get the cash back on gas or whatever like that. But after I do that, of course, I make sure my bills is paid, car note, everything like that. I do all that with the 50%. I squeeze all those expenses in that 50%. That 30 and that 20, I do not touch at all. I don't use any of that money to spend for anything. That 50% is my budget. So it's 50% of my income. And then I have $120 that I use for the normal everyday snacks and stuff like that. What I also do is I don't try and spend money every day. I have one day where I spend money. The next day I try not to spend no money at all. Then the next day I'm like, I don't try to spend money, but if I have to spend money, I want it to be on that specific day. If there's a day where I'm like, no, I don't want to spend a dime today, I don't spend a dime. Even if I need it, I push it back until the next day, because that's the day that I want to spend money. You know what I'm saying? I kind of control my spending habits. I don't just spend money frivolously. I try and control when I spend money, how much money I spend. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be as extreme as that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're keeping track of where you're spending your money, you should be good. But I personally just like having days where it's like, okay, today I will not spend a dime. You know what I'm saying? Doing this, I've been able to save around $1,100 every month just this year. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel is pretty good. What I also do just to increase or save more money is I do the roundup method. So say my Netflix subscription comes and it takes out $9.99 or whatever. I round up to the nearest dollar, which is a penny, and I put that into my savings account. Say I get gas. I round up to the nearest dollar. I spend about $20 to fill up my car. So I round up to $21. I put that dollar in my savings, and I just do that every time I have to swipe my card or have a charge on my account for any reason. I round up to the nearest dollar and put that in my savings account. You know what I'm saying? So that way, even if I have even the money I don't control that comes out of my account, I still have some sense of control over it, because okay, that money came out, let me pay myself, because you just paid yourself with my money, so let me pay myself with my money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, me being young and me being young and not having as many expenses as other people, you know, I don't have my own place. I don't have kids and stuff like that, like some people around my age. So I'm able to be this extreme with my money. So this, you can adjust this, you know, this has sliders on it, depending on your expenses and your responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to be this extreme because I'm still young, so I can do this. Of course, when I get older, what I'm doing now, you know, I can lessen the amount when I get older because I did it now. You know what I'm saying? If you're 30, you know what I'm saying, and you have kids and stuff like that, you can adjust it. You know, you can go 75, 15, 10 if my math is right or stuff like that. You can adjust it based off of what your actual expenses are. You know what I'm saying? This 20, 30, 50, after doing research, you know, I kind of got this idea more from the Minority Mindset YouTube channel. Joshua does a more in-depth breakdown of how it kind of works, and you know, he kind of brought up the, you know, this method is to thrive, not to just survive. You know what I'm saying? He also gives y'all alternatives like, you know, the 75, 50, 10 or the 60, 30, 10 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on your lifestyle, but it's just a breakdown of mine. And, you know, all it takes is just sitting down one day when you're doing nothing, breaking down everything that you spend money on, separating what you need from what you want, and then, you know, just starting from square one. Okay, I do not need to go buy new tennis shoes every single month, so I could cut this expense. Okay, I don't need to, you know, buy a new watch every single month, so I'm gonna cut this expense. Hey, I don't need a Gucci belt every time I get paid. I'm gonna cut this. You know, just find things that's like, wait a second, I don't need this. Cut that out, and then just put that money on the side. Because in my eyes, how I look at it is, okay, if you want to buy Gucci belt every month, instead of taking it out of your consistent income, save enough money to where whenever you want to do it, you can do it without taking it out of the money that you're working hard to make. You know what I'm saying? So if I get a check of, say, $700 and I decide to spend $200 every time just on whatever, that's weird in my mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, now I have $4,000. Just say you saving a certain amount of money and now you have $4,000 after a couple months. Now you could go use that $4,000 and go, you know, don't spend all the $4,000, but now you could take that $200 out of that $4,000, or take that $200 that you would spend every single month for 6 months, which is like, you know, $1,200. Take $1,200 out of that $400 and go buy exactly what you was gonna do every single month. Now you of course you spending money, you spending $1,200, but you still have, you know, $1,800 left. You know what I'm saying? It sounds kind of crazy, but you know, it's important to have money just in case for anything, because anything can happen. Your car could have a flat and you need a tire. Your house could burn down, or something could happen in your life to where you need money, and you don't want to pull it out of, hey, I got paid yesterday and now I have to spend this money off this check I just made for this. When you can just be like, okay, this just happened. I just got paid yesterday, but luckily I have $5,000. I have $5,000 just chilling for me to pull from to pay for that, so I don't have to touch this check that I just got. You know what I'm saying? That's very important, not to want to touch money you just got, but to take that money you just got and put it away and just spend what you need, and you can be good. Make it a continuous thing. Make a cycle out of just taking a percentage of what you make, putting it to the side for a rainy day. Well, speaking of a rainy day, it's raining right now. But if more in depth, or you got any questions or something you want me to go talk more about in another video, just comment below. That's it for me. I've been going a little long on here, but like I said, just, you know, try your best to save as much money as you can. Just make sure it fits into with what you need versus what you want. You know what I'm saying? Your needs are more important. You need food, you need water. If you have a car, you need gas. You need a house, you know what I'm saying? Put all that in its own box. And then everything else that's wants, you know what I'm saying? Have something for that just in case you want to get that, but don't make your wants more important than your needs. You know what I'm saying? Save your money. Let's all get rich. Let's all get to this road to wealth. Let's all be financially smart. You know what I'm saying? That's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet. Deuces.